Houston in Orlando. The bearded one gets some help from Austin Rivers.
Austin said, I'm coming home with the high school, baby.
Hey, season high 25 for Austin.
Mr. Winter Park. Ooh.
How about Orlando?
The hustle.
Down by 6, Aaron Gordon showing off the range.
The hustle by Orlando getting that second and third effort.
Then Terrence Ross, not catching him in the open court.
And Terrence Ross has had 2 back-to-back.
That's not a Diesel's dunk nominee? Ooh.
James Harden, what you're going to see here is his only three-point make of the game.
Stop playing.
1 for 17.
Ouch.
From downtown, joining Damon Stoudemire for most takes in the game and least amount of makes.
Ooh, okay.
Meanwhile, Austin Rivers had it going, 4 for 7 from three-point range. Pick up that slack a little bit. Rockets ahead by 9 in the third quarter. Aaron Gordon has evolved.
Mouse in the house, coach.
He just jumps up over the top. Doesn't matter.
And then Nikola Vucevic ties the game at 84. He was incredible in the fourth quarter. So was the bearded one. 38 points, 12 assists, 16 straight game with over 30 points. Clint Capella good at cleaning up the mess for Houston. They're ahead by 6 at that point. But then Orlando, with 3 minutes to go, they take the lead. 16-2 run by Orlando.
It's time to go through the big fella.
Yeah, quick feed. He had Capella frozen there for a second.
Mouse in the house again. That was a slow go Euro step.
22 points from Vucevic, 22 points for Aaron Gordon. And the Orlando Magic, they beat the Houston Rockets on Sunday after beating the Boston Celtics on Saturday. Now they're just half game out of that final spot in the Eastern Conference for the playoffs. Knicks, Philadelphia 76ers. The headband is on for Ben Simmons, so you know he means business.
That means attack in the paint.
Joel Embiid attacking on defense.
Get that shot out of here.
And then TJ McConnell recognizes the big man hustling, and he's rewarded.
Little trickery, coach?
No, I kind of like that pass.
Ben Simmons continuing to go high percentage, only missed 3 shots in the game.
It's pretty smart, Chris. Do what you do best. Don't listen to us Shooters Paradise kind of guys.
Philadelphia ahead by 20, and then it's good to see the refs and the players get along.
Hey, he saved me tonight. He's not giving
Courtney Kirkland, remember, was the official that ran at the jump shooter and stopped him, not jump shooter, the foul shooter,
yes.
and stopped him from shooting the free throw the one night. Just in the act of letting it go.
How about this for a moment? For the starters, a wedgie.
Man, a block shot to a wedgie. I see you, Muscala.
Catching Frank Ntilikina. The Knicks, though, pick it up in the third quarter. Kevin Knox, the rookie, sensational.
I wonder if they should have played him a little more earlier.
Well, it seems like it's working for them now. That's what matters.
All right.
14-3 run by the Knicks. They were down by as much as 24, so we got a close game in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons, again, doing what he does best.
Come on, coach. Until someone stops me from getting to the rim, I'm going to keep attacking.
Geez, he shot 10 of 13 from the floor. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Knicks not going away. Kevin Knox, career high, 31. And it's a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go. Joel Embiid took 24 shots, made the most of them. 26 points and 7 blocks. But this, not one of those blocks.
The pump fake got him.
That's a foul. 5-point game with 5 seconds to go. So after making the first 2 free throws, Damian Dotson misses this one. Emmanuel Mudiay with the look.
Oh.
No good. The Knicks fall 108-105. In Philadelphia, they stopped a 2-game losing streak. They have not lost 3 games in a row all season.
Yeah, it's good to see Ben attack the way he did tonight, guys. Understanding, stick to what you do best.
Milwaukee and Atlanta. Taurean Prince getting hyped before the game. It's his first game back after missing 18 with sprained left ankle. But Giannis, he's evolving. We're starting to see this more often.
See, I don't mind that, coach. It's wide open, get a chance to lace him up and let it go versus chasing the 3.
And John Collins, high energy.
That's called a quick bounce.
You're starting to like John Collins, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to like JC.
13 points, 11 rebounds for John Collins. On the other end, Giannis, we saw him outside. Now he's playing like a center czar.
Oh, Giannis is it's just so unusual to describe the talents this young man has.
Trae Young displays some talents. Not consistent yet, but this one of his good nights.
He's coming, though. I like the fact that he's fighting through those dog days, so to speak.
26 points and 10 rebounds.
Getting those long rebounds as point guards need to get as Bledsoe lets another money ball fly.
And then Bledsoe cutting without the ball.
Nice pass, huh?
Yep, Giannis can do that. He can. 24 points for Bledsoe, 10 assists. This one to Giannis. Guess it's paying it forward.
Yes.
Vince Carter, final tour. Change jersey.
Half man.
You and I are going to
amazing.
exchange maybe sport jackets the other night. What do you think, D?
That'll work.
If there's someone that deserves that, Giannis deserves to have himself a Vince Carter jersey. More game time coming up after this break.
NBA Game Time is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA. Visit kia.com to learn more.
Time to go at the buzzer. Larry Nance Jr., Josh Hart made a bet that the Browns would end the season with more wins than the Washington Redskins.
Oh, not the Browns.
Oh,
onesie.
Josh Hart had to
I
show
love
up
it.
in the onesie.
Say these are great bets.
Some
Oh,
from the past. How about LeBron James showing up in a full
LeBron.
Cubs jersey?
Yep, that was
To honor his
a few
bet
years
with
ago.
Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
Miss Sexton lost that bet. Clemson
Oh,
beating
Clemson, Alabama.
right?
Yes. My goodness.
And
I love it.
that was one, woo, all the way Clemson Tigers for the national championship. Chris Miles here with the Czar and 3D. Thank you for kicking it with us. LA and Cleveland will play tonight at 9:30. Let's welcome in Lakers play-by-play man John Ireland. LeBron has been sidelined since Christmas. Lakers sliding in the Western Conference standings, just 3-6 since he went out. Are the Lakers entering desperation mode and needing LeBron back on the court?
Well, probably. I mean, anytime you don't have LeBron, you're at a severe disadvantage. He's, arguably the best player in the world. It's weird, though, because they'll play great, like they looked really good Monday in Dallas, and then they looked awful Friday in Utah. So they can win without him. You mentioned they're 3-6. Some of those wins have been pretty impressive. And tonight they should win because they're playing Cleveland, who's on a long losing streak, only has 8 wins this year, but they lost to the Knicks last week. So, it's kind of like we play to whatever the level of the competition is, and hopefully they can find a way to win tonight. And then Chicago comes in here Tuesday. So they've got a couple of winnable games, but until they get LeBron back, and the earliest they would get him back, guys, is Thursday, every game is a coin flip. We just don't know which team's going to show up.
Yeah, you mentioned that inconsistency because we see Brandon Ingram look spectacular one night, and then we see Kyle Kuzma with 41 points in 3 quarters another night, and Lonzo Ball look like, okay, he's figuring it out, and then not so much. They're very inconsistent. How bad is it with those 3 guys in the sense of their inconsistency?
Well, I think one thing that leads to that, and one thing LeBron doesn't get enough credit for, is that when LeBron's on your team, he always takes up the other team's best defender. So, for example, we lost a game to Oklahoma City last week in which, had LeBron been playing, Paul George would have been guarding him. Instead, that freed up Paul George, who's a great defender, to guard Ingram. And then all of a sudden the questions people are asking are the one you just asked. Why is Ingram not the way he was 2 nights before that when he was dominating? Well, now the other team's best defender goes to either Ingram or Kuzma, whoever the hot player is. And in the case of Lonzo, you asked about Lonzo, he plays fast, and so he's going to have a lot of turnovers, but he's just a typical young player. I think young players make a lot of mistakes. People forget he should be a junior at UCLA, and instead he's here. And so when Luka Doncic plays the way he does, and he's 18 years old, people look at Lonzo and say, well, Lonzo's 21. Why isn't he playing like Luka? Well, the truth is he's just young. All 3 of those guys, actually, Ingram, Kuzma, and Lonzo, are all under the age of 23. So we've got a really young group when LeBron's not here.
Well, Luke Walton is on the record as questioning both Lonzo and Ingram's passion and fire. Since he did that, have you seen progress with those 2 guys in that regard? Forget the numbers, just in their attitude as the way they're approaching the game.
He did that on the last road trip. We had a back-to-back. We played in Minnesota, and those 2 guys looked awful. And then The next night we played in Dallas on the second night of a back-to-back, and those are the two guys that carried us to a victory. So the speech worked in the short term. The question is, can those guys keep it up long term? You would think, guys, this is a game tonight where those two should be able to have a really big impact. Cleveland is really struggling. There isn't an elite defender on the Cavs roster. As a matter of fact, Larry Nance, who had been playing really well for them, is not going to play. He's got an MCL injury, so they've got injury issues of their own. I would think we'll get a better answer to your question at the end of tonight, but I would think this is a chance for those guys to go back to how they looked Monday night in Dallas when Ingram had a season-high 29 and Lonzo had 21 and controlled the game from the point. But your question is legit. They have been inconsistent. One night they look great. The next night, and you can throw Kuzma in that bunch too. The night after Kuzma scored 41 points in 3 quarters, the next game in Utah he started 0 for 10. So the inconsistency is kind of a theme that runs through our whole team.
Well, more on a positive note, last night several Lakers were seen with LeBron at the Rams playoff game. I mean, how important is it for those guys not to just mesh on the court, but to have nights like the ones that they had last night?
Well, one thing that probably doesn't get enough attention is the two best leaders on our team are LeBron and Rajon Rondo. They're the most vocal. They're the guys who speak up the most. And not only has LeBron been out, but Rondo's been out. As a matter of fact, we expect to get LeBron back before we get Rondo back. He broke a bone in his right hand, and they operated on it, and he's probably another couple of weeks away. But they're the most vocal guys. So to get LeBron and Rondo around our team in any capacity is good. They'll be here tonight at the home game, and they'll decide on Wednesday if they're going to go on the next road trip. And by the way, our schedule gets much tougher after the 2 games I mentioned. We play Cleveland tonight, and then we have the Bulls here on Tuesday night, and then we go at Oklahoma City, at Houston, Golden State here. So in order, we get the Thunder, the Rockets, and the Warriors right after this 2-game stretch. So those guys can't come back soon enough.
Certainly seems like it's a tough road ahead for the Lakers. John Ireland, play-by-play voice for Los Angeles. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Anytime, guys. Have a good show.